Over the years, I've found that I have questions about photography, about perception, how we understand photography, and in exploring those, I think it's necessary for me to explore the American culture, that I can't do one without the other, that understanding form and structure can't exist without content. And so both are completely joined in my work. In the late 1960s, I had some friends who lived in Amarillo, Texas, who spent most of their year in New York, but in the summer went home to Amarillo. And I started visiting with them. And I discovered a world that was unknown to me. What I discovered there I found just thrilling and wanted to explore it more. And that led me to get into a car and start driving. What I wasn't expecting was that after several days of driving, of paying attention to the road, of being focused on the highway passing, that it put me in a very focused state of mind. My mind got very quiet, and it was a kind of vehicular meditation. My series American Surfaces came about because I wanted to understand if I could make a photograph that looked like seeing, that didn't look like a composed photograph. And so what I did as an exercise was that at random moments during the day, I would take what today we would call a screenshot of my field of vision, be all of a sudden conscious of what looking looks like. And I started using that as the basis of the pictures visually. But there was a side benefit to that. Because I was doing this at random moments of the day, I was looking at things that normally might not be photographed. The inside of an elevator, the back of a taxi cab, the meal in front of me. And so this exercise informed both how I photographed, but also when I photographed. It opened up a range of subject matter. At one point, I decided that I wanted to make larger prints, and that 35 millimeter color negative film at the time wasn't capable of much enlargement. So I got a 4x5 view camera with the intention of taking very similar pictures. And so the subject matter of the next series, Uncommon Places, really has its roots in American Surfaces. But what the difference was that in using the view camera on a tripod, a different kind of conscious awareness of some of the structural aspects of an image became very conscious. If I wanted the camera moved over 2 inches, I had to physically pick it up, go like this and move it. And that is somehow very different than just going like this. It starkly etched the decisions. And that led to a different kind of exploration of how an image is put together. And that's running through Uncommon Places. In the main hall of this exhibition is a wallpaper-sized print of a scene in North Adams, Massachusetts. It's looking down the street of a 19th century industrial town with red brick buildings, and you can see where the town ends and countryside begins. This is a picture of exactly the borderline between town and country. And this is something that interested me, and it's very rare that you can find a situation where it becomes clear at eye level, like that picture in North Adams, Massachusetts. With the introduction of better drone technology and better optics in a drone, presented a tool that allowed me to explore this from an elevated perspective. I'm interested in exploring new photographic tools because, and not for their novelty, but because it allows me to take a picture that I couldn't have taken 10 years before, or sometimes even a year before. And that expands expressive and aesthetic possibilities. One thing I find particularly interesting about this exhibition is that it's a retrospective, but it's a focused retrospective. It's not just I did this and I did that, but it has a central theme and core running through it, which makes it different from other exhibitions of my work.